Now we will take up analysis of sway frame. Previous problem was non-sway. Now I have taken a problem to explain the procedure of moment distribution method for analyzing the sway frame. Now this is the frame I am considering ABC. The same frame already you have analyzed in slope deflection method. I think you can compare that answer whatever you got in slope deflection method with the one what we are going to get now. Here the first step remains same. You have to identify the unknown member forces to be determined during analysis. So if you choose the moments at the ends of the member as the unknown, so these are the member end moments which you have to determine. That is MAB, MBA, MBC, MCB. This MCB is already known, that is 0, but for clarity purpose I am writing this member and moment only we are determining. Shears we are not taking, as I have already told, because the moment you know the moment, then you can take out the free body diagram at the end. While drawing the bend bone diagram, you can determine that shear also and evaluate the shear force diagram. That is the member and forces to be analyzed. Then coming to the unknown displacements at each joints. So first let us examine the supports. Here A support, it is fixed. Since it is fixed, there cannot be any displacement possible. So all the three displacements, that is two translations and rotations which are possible in this rigid plane frame, is not going to occur at all. Then this is roller. In the case of roller, horizontal displacement, it is possible. Okay, that we will keep it as it is. But vertical displacement, it is not possible. Rotation is possible. Theta C. So this horizontal displacement, whether it is possible or not, we will examine now. So joint B. Joint B is continuous joint. Here also there should be three displacements. Out of these three, this vertical displacement is not possible because at this end of the member AB, that is A end of the member AB, cannot move in the vertical direction, so B also cannot move. So this displacement is ruled out. But when you come to the horizontal displacement, B end of BC member you have to take, which is meeting at the chart B. If B end moves either towards left or right, then C also should move, which is possible here because it is roller. It is not hinged, as we take up the previous example we saw. Here it can move. So this can move if you take movement in the right direction. So this can move by certain amount. Say arbitrarily you can take delta is the movement. So here also that same movement should be there at B, delta. So that horizontal displacement, it is possible. So here it is delta, there also it is delta. Vertical is not possible, and rotation, of course, it is possible at continuous joints. So unknown displacements are theta B, theta C, and delta. Since one translation is coming now, it is called as a sway type of frame. It is sway frame. Mainly to come to this conclusion, whether it is sway type or non-sway type, we are doing this unknown joint displacement. So this is the first step. It is sway frame. That is your first step. Second step, since it is sway frame, we have to do 2 times the moment distribution. One for fixed end moment, that is non-sway, another for this possible sway. Here it is alone, here also it can move. Here this column member undergoes sway. Beam is not undergoing any sway. In all your orthogonal rigid plane frame, whatever you have in syllabus, only column members will undergo sway. Beams will not undergo any sway. Always you just find the sway moment only for the column ends and carry out the moment distribution in the sway analysis. And second step, we have to find stiffness and distribution factor. So a joint A distribution factor, because there is only one member and it is fixed, distribution factor is 0, and joint C, it is roller distribution factor at the joint C has to be 1 because it cannot take any moment. At other joints, that is joint B, which is continuous joint, there only we have to evaluate this distribution factor because more than one member. Here there are only one member, so at that point distribution factor is known. Joint B, which is continuous joint, let us find out this distribution factor. There are two members, one is BA, another is BC, then stiffness for BA, one and fixed, other continuous, it is I by 4, I by L. Then here for BC, one end roller, another continuous, it is 3/4 I by L, that is 3/4 of 2I. I is 2, I, that you have to be careful here. I have taken 2I as the flexural rigidity of the member BC. 2I by 6, that is I by 4. So total stiffness K, that is KBA plus KBC, that's I by 4 plus I by 4, which is I by 2. And distribution factor is K by sigma K, that is I by 4 by I by 2, that is half. Here also it is half. So that is about distribution factor. Next, third step, non-sway analysis. We will do non-sway analysis first. Non-sway analysis we are doing for fixed end moments. It's a very simple process. Just go on watching. These are all only preliminary things which you have to evaluate, then find the fixed end moment here for non-sway analysis. So on AB, there is no member loading. MAB plus MBA has MAB and MBA are 0 because there are no member loading. MAB, MBA 0. When you take BC member, assuming each end to be fixed, so MBC bar is equal to MCB bar is equal to minus 50 to 6 squared by 12, it is minus 150. So MBC is minus 150, MCB is plus 150. Then you have to carry out non-sway moment distribution. So this is similar to the earlier problem. I am just rushing through nothing. You prepare the table, moment distribution table, right, joint A member AB, then joint B, there are two members BA, BC, then joint C, there is only one member CB. Then you write distribution factor. So joint A, it is 0, here I have written. Joint C, it is 1. And at joint B, we have evaluated distribution factors of half, half. Then write fixed end moment. MAB, MBA 0, MBC, MCB, it is minus 150 and plus 150. So then do balance. AN fixed, so there is no balance. BN, sum of the fixed end moment should be 0, that is minus 150 here, balance moment will be plus 150. That has to be distributed among the members meeting at the joint B in proportion to distribution factor. That is plus 150 into half, it is 75. Here also it is 75. So that this equilibrium condition at the joint B is fully satisfied in the cycle 1. Here joint C, it is simply supported. There should not be any movement, but we are getting a moment of 150 by assuming it to be fixed. So balance moment has to be minus 150. That minus 150 should be fully taken by that member CB only, that is the balance moment, minus 150. That is your cycle 1. Next, do the carryover. This balance you are doing for the joint first, then distribute to the members. This carryover from one end of the member to the other end of the member, provided other end is fixed or continuous. If other end is hinge, roller or simply supported, don't do a carryover. So this AB to BA is here. So it can go, so here it is 0 balance, half that value 0. Then BA to AB, it can come here, half this value, that is 37.5, half that value can come, BA over. Next BC to CB is roller, so there should not be any carryover to that roller end. That you have to be very, very careful. From one end to another member, when you are doing this carryover, don't do the carryover to the other end if it is hinge or roller or simply supported. Then CB to BC it can come because BC is continuous. So how this value, it is minus 75. This is carryover, which has disturbed this equilibrium at each joint again. So you have to do that balance again, that is cycle 2. Cycle 2 balance, here nothing, here it is minus 75 the total moment, it has to be 0, plus 75 distributed in this proportion, half, 75 by 2, it is 37.5, here nothing now. Then carry over AB to BA, 0, BA to this, it is 18.8, I will take it. So then BC to CB, you should not, and CB to BC, it is 0. So then balance all zeros, the work is stop. So this is non-sway moment distribution. You find final non-sway moments. So here it is 37.5 plus 18.8, 56.3. Then 75 plus 37.5, it is 112.5. Here it has to be minus 112.5. Here it has to be 0. So this is non-sway analysis, which done. Now we have to do, because it is a sway frame, we have to continue the process now. We cannot just jump to the Pentagon diagram. So this is the change which we are going to get in sway frame analysis. That's all. Only one more moment distribution we have to do. That is, fourth step will be sway analysis. Since it is now sway frame, we have to do sway analysis immediately. That sway analysis we are doing for arbitrary sway moment. Here we got fixed end moment. Here we take arbitrary sway moment, because here in the first step I have shown it moves arbitrarily by delta, arbitrarily value. It is delta is not exact value. We have not calculated what is the delta, how much it has swayed. It is arbitrarily we have taken, so take that arbitrary sway as delta, and due to that, whatever moment it is going to develop at the ends of the member, you have to calculate. This is the extra calculation. Instead of member load, we take sway load, which you have done in your settlement of support. That settlement is load. This is also settlement type only. Sway is settlement type, it's a load. Since sway is, we have taken right to left because load is not there to cause sway. Load is not given to cause sway. We can take any direction. Usually we take positive direction as the sway. Translation, positive x direction as the sway. This direction, it is moving delta. So here to keep it in equilibrium, there must be equivalent opposite. But this is now again not in equilibrium because this equivalent opposite force keeps on rotating this. To keep this in equilibrium, there will be movements developed at the ends, which we call it as arbitrary sway moment. That we have to compute. This already we have given while deriving the slope deflection equation. When there is a sway of delta, this force required to cause that delta is 12 delta by L cube. This is also 12 delta by L cube, and the moment will be 6 delta by L square. So this sway moment, arbitrary sway moment, will be 6. This is member AB, which is undergoing sway. This has a sway moment of 6 delta by L square. L square is 4 square. So here also it is 6 delta by L square. Since it is anti-clockwise like this, so this has to be negative. So you have MAB ratio, we will take it because relative value only we will take it because it is arbitrary sway. We take the relative value similar to this fixed end moment. Relative sway moment developed at the two ends. MAB bar is to MBA bar, and there is no other member which undergoes sway. Only this member is undergoing sway. This is moves bodily. It is not undergoing sway. This member PC is not undergoing any sway, so we don't take it. Only this moves bodily, that's all, in the same direction. No sway occurring, no lateral movement occurring. Only this member. So only this. So this is nothing but 6 EI delta minus 6 EI delta by 16 is to minus 6 EI delta by 16. So this I will multiply by 16 by 6 EI delta. I will get minus 1 is to minus 1. I will remove that arbitrary sway delta by converting it into relative values like that. This is the sway moment, arbitrary sway moment developed on account of this sway. Is it clear? This is the only change. This is here in non-sway analysis, we will take fixed end moment. Here you have to take the members which are undergoing sway and you mark the direction of sway, find the fixed end moment due to sway. That you take that relative value. Then you carry out moment distribution. Sway moment distribution. Same fashion for this sway moment, you carry out the moment distribution work. This is the extra work which we are doing for sway frame. Nothing other than that. So only this you have to be careful, which is already known, sway moments. Not due to the other loads given on the member, it is due to sway. Whatever sway load, you take it, in other words. Due to that sway load, whatever fixed end moment which are going to develop, that you have to distribute. So that, again, I will do one more moment distribution. Sway moment distribution, you write joint, you write member, and you write distribution factor. These quantities will not change. AB, distribution factor 0. Then B, two members, BA, BC distribution factor half half. Then C member is CB distribution factor 1. Then you write arbitrary. I am using the word arbitrary. This arbitrary sway moment. So that is MAB bar minus 1, MBA bar minus 1. This is 0. There is no sway, only the. So instead of fixed moment, you have arbitrary sway moment. That's all the chain. You carry out your moment distribution in your usual fashion. Balance. Here, A, no balance because it is fixed. Here, sum of the moment should be 0, minus 1 plus 0, minus 1, balance will be plus 1. Plus 1 has to be distributed in this proportion, that is 0.5 plus 1 into half plus 1 into half. Now you see the sum is 0. Here, nothing is there, so leave it. And carry over AB to BA, nothing is there. BA to AB, half this value it can come 0.25. Then BC to CB, it cannot go because that C end is roller, right? As we have here, same thing we have to do. Then CB to BC, 0, it is 0 by 2, 0. Then balance, nothing. Here automatically the work stops, right? So I say final arbitrary sway moment. Here it is final non-sway, here it is final sway moment. Arbitrary sway moment it is, right? So you add all these things, you will get final arbitrary sway moment. Here it is minus 1 plus 0.25, it is minus 0.75. Here it is minus 1.5, it is minus 0.5. Here it is plus 0.5. Here it is 0. That's all. Right? Now, fifth step, final moment. Final moment, whatever we have to determine at the end of each member. Final moment. So final moment is moment due to non-sway and sway. So final moment at ends of members will be obtained by adding non-sway and sway moments. Okay? This non-sway moments, here may be this and this. So mind it, this is arbitrary sway. So here I will do one small correction, that is, I will say the exact sway moment will be some x times this arbitrary sway moment. Nothing prevents me in saying that. So that I will just say that x value I will determine after applying sway condition. Sway condition I have not applied. Only equilibrium moment condition I have applied. Sway condition I have not applied at all so far, though it says sway free. That I will apply to find that exact sway moment, that x value. So here I will say let exact sway moment be x times arbitrary sway moment. This is one extra thing you have to remember. It is x times that. So therefore, you can write MAB, moment at end A is non-sway moment is 56.3 and sway, arbitrary sway moment is minus 0.75 exact sway will be 0.75 times x. Then MBA is 112.5 minus 0.5 x, and MBC will be minus 112.5 plus 0.5 x, and MCB is 0 plus 0 into x, it is 0 only. So these are the final moments. Non-sway analysis plus sway analysis. Sway analysis, arbitrary sway, that we say exact sway is x times that. So to find x, that's the last thing. If I determine x, then the analysis is over. We can plot the Petty-Bowen diagram. That's all the simple procedure we have to follow in sway frame analysis. So to find x, so you take the frame, so you mark all horizontal loads acting on the frame, including the support reactions. The support reactions you take always in the positive direction, that is horizontally along the x-axis. So this is A, only here I will get a positive horizontal reaction. Here I don't get horizontal reaction because it is roller. Then I have a load here. Load is not given now?
No.
No load is there, forget it. If load is there, that load also you take it. Now we have from sway condition, sigma h is equal to 0. Because only column members will undergo sway. So column members undergo sway only in the horizontal direction, that's why I am taking sigma h 0. B undergoing sway is in the vertical direction, I should have taken sigma v 0. Sigma m equals 0 already I have considered here, all equilibrium conditions. So here that is only HA that is equal to 0. But HA is sum of the end moments, right? That is MAB bar, MAB plus MBA plus moment due to any load acting on that member of top end, no load. So this divided by the height of the member, that is 4, which is equal to 0, or MAB plus MBA is equal to 0. Now you got MAB, MBA obtained here, so right? But both from non-sway and sway analysis, MAB plus MBA. You have substitute this value, that is 56.3 minus 0.75x plus 112.5 minus 0.5x is equal to 0. I have substituted values of MAB, MBA. So simplify this, minus 0.75x plus 0.5x, it will be 1.25x. Then 56.3 plus 112.5, that is equal to 168.8 equals 0. Therefore, x is equal to 168.8 divided by 1.25. This value 135. Now you substitute this 135 here. So you get, therefore, MAB is equal to 56.3 minus 0.75 into 135. I think it is minus
44.95.
45.
Yes, sir.
MBA plus 45 and MBC minus 45 and MCB is 0. So this is the final moment. So we got the full solution for this sway frame. Now you can plot the Petty-Bowen diagram that completes the picture. So while plotting the Petty-Bowen diagram, I will take the members. separately A, B, B, C. I'll mark all the loading. So here 50 kilonewton per meter. So here we got moments here. MBC is minus 45. It is like this. MCB 0 and MAB is minus 45. It is like this. Minus 45. MBA
45.
plus 45, it is like that. There is no member. No. These are the moments we got. So from this shear also can be determined if shear force diagram is required. Otherwise, only Van diagram, we can plot it. So for member AB, you plot here 45, plot here 45. It is both are in the same side. 45, 45. This is AB. Then BC, here 45, because it has to be a top, here it is 0, so join, then superpose free moment diagram, whatever is that. That's all the net bending moment diagram. You can have it and leave it. So that is about the analysis of sway frames.
Okay, thank you.
So